Terrific trees. Why are trees important? Trees are not only beautiful but necessary for our well being on planet Earth. Trees help keep our air clean and our ecosystems thriving. They provide us oxygen to breathe. Humans breathe in the oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. The trees use carbon dioxide and give out more oxygen. What a wonderful partnership the earth has with trees. The scary part is that the trees are cut down at a faster rate than we can plant them. Places like the rainforest provide a large amount of oxygen for the world and serves as homes to thousands of animals, but are destroyed so people can farm or build more buildings. Oak trees. There are over 600 different kinds of oak trees, but they can be divided into two categories: white oaks and red oaks. White oaks have rounded lobes on their leaves, and red oaks have pointed lobes. Places that have mild winters tend to have evergreen oak trees, whereas oaks in cold places lose their leaves after they change colors. Oaks mature slowly. It can take 20 or more years for an oak tree to be fully grown. This is a picture of a southern living oak on Johns Island, South Carolina, known as Angel Oak. It is estimated to be 400 to 500 years old. There are many folk tales that tell of the ghosts of former slaves living in the branches of the trees. Palm trees. Palm trees love hot, moist climates. They have large evergreen leaves called fronds. These leaves form at the top of the tree and look like fans. The fruit of palm trees vary depending on the species. Some palms have coconuts, acai fruit, dates, or nuts. The tallest species is known as the wax palm and can be found in Colombia and Peru. It can reach heights of about 200 feet. Seeing as most palms are tall, it may be surprising to learn that their roots stay very close to the top of the soil. They spread out and anchor into the soil to get nutrients from the soil. Bald cypress trees. The bald cypress, also known as swamp cypress, is one species out of dozens of different kinds of cypress trees. These are slow growing trees that have trunks capable of living in very wet soil or standing water. The wide part of the trunk that is right above the water level is called a knee. Scientists aren't sure if the knees are meant for support or if they get oxygen to the roots underwater. Boat builders like using the wood from a bald cypress in making planks, and farmers think it makes for great barn boards. Pine trees. Pine trees are evergreen coniferous trees. This means that they never lose their needle-shaped leaves and they produce cones. The cones serve as protection for the seeds. Pollen from male cones will travel by wind to female cones. This is how they become fertilized and ready to germinate into future trees. This is a huge difference between the heights of different species of pine trees. They can be as short as 10 feet and as tall as 250 feet. Pine trees were used by Native Americans to heal illness and to build canoes. Today, pine trees are still very popular for construction and furniture building. Weeping willows have distinct rounded branches with leaves that droop towards the ground. Willow trees grow very quickly and can reach a mature height within 3 years. They can even grow up to 8 feet a year. This type of tree likes standing water and has an aggressive root system. Having a root system like this has positive and negative effects. You shouldn't plant a willow tree too close to underground lines because the roots will cause damage to pipes or lines when they grow in search of water and nutrients. Did you know young deer like to rub their antlers on a weeping willow to stop their itching? Okay. Walnut trees. Walnut trees are large deciduous trees that grow 80 to 120 feet tall. The diameter of their trunk averages 6 feet. When you look at a walnut tree compared to many other trees, you will notice that the trunk part looks small in comparison to the wideness of the crown or leafy part of the tree. Walnut trees like direct sunlight and moist soil. Most walnuts that you buy at the store are originally from California. Having walnuts as part of your diet can help with blood flow and injuries to heal fast, but some people are allergic to walnuts as well as other tree nuts. Maple trees. Based on evidence from fossils, it is known that maple trees have been around for at least 100 million years. You can tell how old a maple tree is by looking at the bark. Young maples have smooth bark, while other maples have rougher bark. Maples can live anywhere from 100 to 400 years. They have thick root systems, so other plants or trees won't grow close to a maple. During autumn, the three-lobed leaves change from green to red, orange, and yellow. The tree sap from a mature maple tree can be boiled and made into maple syrup. It takes 30 to 40 gallons of maple sap to create 1 gallon of maple syrup. While each species of tree has different characteristics, they all have one thing in common. They are absolutely necessary for life on planet Earth.